Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. I am your Think to Thrive coach. My name is Nicole. And what I want to do today is share my morning routine. I've been doing this morning routine since 2022. And I can honestly say this is something that has fully transformed the way I start my day, the way I get up, energized out of bed. Now, it didn't start off smoothly. It is something that requires a lot of discipline and dedication. But I can tell you the reward is magical. Have you ever been stuck in a situation feeling trapped or dark, sluggish, gray, just not having that pep in your step? I found myself feeling that way. And I knew deep within there was something trying to tell me that life was better than feeling that way day in and day out. I didn't like the repetitiveness of how my days were feeling. And in order to change something, I really knew it was completely up to me. We all have choices in life, and they're all in our own control. Nothing can take our thoughts, our visions, our imagination, and our dreams away from us. It doesn't matter what circumstance you're in, where you are in life, what situation you may find yourself in, what job you're doing. Your mind is something that is magical and it lives in your heart. So what I do is I set my alarm bright and early. So I do wake up at 4:30 in the morning. Now, if that's too early for you, completely understand. But when I started this journey, 4:30 in the morning until 6:30 in the morning was completely my time. It wasn't my family's time. It wasn't my animals' time. It was just Nicole's time. And I also didn't want to use that time for doing dishes or maybe not dishes, but maybe loading the dishwasher, getting things prepped for the morning, lunches or folding laundry. I didn't want to use it for this time. I wanted to use it for me. I wanted to use it all for me. And I did. So I get up in the morning. I put the kettle on. I don't make a tea. I drink a warm mixture of warm water and cool water. That's the first thing that goes into my body. And I do that because I want to have a clear thought process when I start this next step. So I find a comfortable position in my home. It's in the kitchen. I have a big comfy chair. And I sit there and I grab a piece of paper. So for me, I do have a book that I have been using. I've already gone through one of these. So I do a lot of practice and I do a lot of writing. So you're going to need a piece of paper and a pen. And what you're going to do is you're going to open up that piece of paper or that book you're going to open up and you're going to write today's date. You are going to write out 10 things that you are grateful for. My sentences always start with, I am so happy and grateful now that. And I write out things that I am grateful that are in my life or that I am wanting in my life, but I write them in the present tense. So I write 10 of these out. So I am so happy and grateful now that. So write out 10 of these. I'm just going to put on some calming music, and this is what I do for myself as well. I have shared before that I use an app called Insight Timer. And on Insight Timer, there is study music. And I found that this one is super helpful for me because it's 2 hours long and it allows me just that background soothing music so that I can discover my own dreams and thoughts. So write out through 1 through 10. I am so happy and grateful now that. As you write these, you need to attach an emotion. And I know that as you're writing these, I know that you're smiling within. Writing these out creates full gratitude, and it's something that we need more and more in our lives. Our minds are so busy and occupied with so much of the outside world noise that if you start this practice, it surely does help to slow down and really pay attention to our wants and what our heart truly desires. So after you've written out your 10, I am so happy and grateful now that, you're going to sit and you're going to take a moment to ask for direction for your day. As a spiritual person, I do ask God for direction for my day. You can ask the universe to provide your direction, whatever it is. Just know that we all are spiritual beings. It is deep within us, and we are the highest form of creation. So as you sit there and you ask for direction for your day, you might need a tool to start off with to create a calmness in your mind. The one that I started off with was one that my mentor had shared with me. I pick a dot on a wall, a marking, an imperfection on my wall, and I stare at it and I focus on it. And that's the only thing I'm focusing on. So as another thought enters my mind, I really just try to refocus on the dot on the wall. So what I try to do anytime a thought enters my mind is I focus on the dot or the marking that's on the wall. Another, I guess, trick you can do to teach your mind calmness and stillness, which is also one of our mental faculties, is the will. And this is something that if you practice it and exercise it, it helps you to create the images in your mind that you want. And it allows you to hold an image in your mind without any other outside distractions. So the other trick is you can stare at a light bulb and then close your eyes down and you can see the white dot. And as soon as a thought enters your mind, you just continually focus on that white dot and just say white dot, white dot, white dot, white dot, white dot. And you can do this for about a minute or two, just a short little bit as you get started. And the other piece that Bob Proctor shared was light a candle. Focus on the candle and continually say candle flame, candle flame, candle flame, candle flame. Those thoughts enter your mind, candle flame, candle flame. Allow the thoughts to flow, candle flame, candle flame. So as you sit there and you find your practice and your will to calm, as you sit there in stillness, direction will be provided to you. It might just be 1 or 2 words. It might be a whole sentence. Write it down. After you've written that down, the next part is writing out 3 people, 3 names that are bothering you. It doesn't mean someone's you're fighting with. It might just be something that could have occurred years ago, something that happened yesterday, and you're just replaying it over and over again. You might be having a disagreement with a friend, a colleague, a family member, whatever it is. You're going to write that person's first name, and then you're going to close down your eyes, and you're going to visualize that person. Once you visualize that person, think of a color. It's the very first color that comes to you. Take that color and imagine a flowing ribbon just flowing around this person. Right when you get to the bottom of their feet with the flowing ribbon, then you're going to take that same color of, I call them emoji hearts, and you're going to send emoji hearts to that person. The next person, because we're going to do 3 people, the next person, you're going to write down their name and the same thing. You're going to come up with the color, you're going to use the ribbons, and you're going to send them off with hearts. They might not be a color, but embrace them in your mind and then send them off lovingly. What this does is it takes the charge off. It takes any negative charge away from you and away from that person. And you will find that something shifts. Something just shifts and feels so much better and lighter. If you could get into the practice of doing this morning routine, try it out for 30 days. 30 days just to see the difference in your life. Do a little experiment, but I really encourage you to take this time to try this out. You will gain so much from doing this exercise. Just know that after doing this morning routine, it has started your day off differently. And I really hope that you find and feel that when you do this exercise, it really makes you feel your best self. And it starts you off on a magical journey of self-development. This was my very first practice that I started doing before I heavily got involved in Think to Thrive coaching. I really hope you enjoyed this piece. Please come follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and of course, like and subscribe my videos. Thank you so much. Have a great day. You're all awesome. Awesome.